What's good, everyone? This is Marcus the Fingaz, Dafingaz, back at it again with another video. Today is August 8th. I have to get this video up today because it's 808 day. I'm going to talk to you all about my favorite 808s that I like using on the desktop. I specify that because I do have a favorite 808 plugin that I use on iOS. I need to do a video about that, and I probably should have posted that up today. But we're going to talk about my desktop 808 plugins. You see 4 here. There are also some greats. I have so many sounds in my 808 library. Like if I go, let's see, if I type in 808, I have thousands of sounds. This is just off of OneDrive. A lot of them are Cymatics. A lot of them you can get for free for Cymatics. You also have Curtis King stuff there. I think I have some S1 808s, some Cardiac 808s, SD 808s there, some drill, so just a bunch of 808s. I'm going to show you another method after this video of how you can use 808. Actually, I think I have it there. 808, dragging your 808 sample into something in Logic Pro. So first, let's talk about some plugins I like using. UVI Falcon, I actually used this much of last year. I was using this one 808 called 808 Mate. I was using that one plugin for probably about 50 beats every 8. That was my main 808 last year. I can show you some presets I like using in some plugins, on Logic Pro. One of them is actually Cymatics Diablo Lite, which is free. So I can take that 808 sound I just played, and I can add punch here, or I can add clip, soft clip, then I can mix and blend. So I can really enhance that. So that's one plugin I use to enhance my 808s. That one's free. Trap Drive, this is from Diginoiz. This was free, but I think it's like under $10 maybe. So you can still use it now. But I use this a lot also to add characters. So what I can do is have different type here, and I can play through different types. Then I can adjust the input and output. So that's just some ways I use to sort of enhance my 808s. I'm going to leave those off for now so you can just hear the 808 from these different plugins. But one is UVI Falcon. They may have more, but this was the one I mainly used, the 808 Mate, for much of last year. I'm not going to talk much about the plugin. There's so much settings in there. Next is Alchemy. So Alchemy, I believe in one of the updates, either earlier this year, maybe late last year, they started adding 808s. So forever, they didn't have 808 plugins built in. And I'm going to show you how I was actually importing 808s into Alchemy and using that, the Alchemy plugin. But now if you just do a search for 808s, you have all these 808s. I'm going to play a couple of them. I'm going to play the grinding. I'm going to play impact. And if you know Alchemy, you can go here to the advanced setting. You can add like glide. You can adjust all kinds of different settings there. Let's go back to search. Let's play solid. And you can adjust like the attack. You can really customize the sound design of your 808. Let's go to overstuffed. I've used a lot of these 808s before. And of course, you also have your performance thing over here, so you can adjust. Just each sound can have different layers. So let's go to low rumble. So you can also adjust different parameters for the 808. Let's play tough. Again, you have so many options. Yeah. So next, I talked about Diginoiz, the Trap Drive plugin. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Trap Drive. But they also have an 808 plugin called Subdivine. I believe there might even be a free version called Subdivine Lite. Don't quote me on that one either. But with the Subdivine plugin, you can get a bunch of 808s, and then I believe you can also add on expansions. But I'm going to talk about some of these 808s. You have Divine, more about that bass, analog, and then more about that bass too. I believe some of these are expansions. I'm just going to play a couple of each. So I'll play digital. And you can go in here, I can adjust the attack, decay, sustain, release. I can adjust the type here. So I believe some of that Trap Drive stuff may be included in this plugin. And then of course, how loud it is in the glide. Let me go to another one in the digital. Let's play XO is okay. Great stuff there. Then we'll play more about that bass. I'll play Thick Joint. I like the name. Let's play, what's that? I like Furious George. Let's play. And you have a pitch glide here, or if you want to use an automation wheel, let's go to analog. We're gonna go down to some of the lower numbers. Hazardous waste. Let's say I want to increase the release, so it plays a little longer. We'll play black damp. So again, you have some settings there. And this is how much of the effect here that I can blend in. So I can really get it punching. Let's go to more about that bass too. We'll play bottom swooper. Play. We'll do on point joint. Again, crazy. I'm having too much fun there. Next, we have the Brahma Apeshyt 808. I believe I might have another video on this, but this is basically, and he's also coming out with 808 2, which I believe is out now, Apeshyt 2, 808 2, but this already has a bunch of presets built in. Again, you have ADSR, you can adjust the glide and the volume, and then if you want to trigger some of those other plugins I mentioned earlier, Cymatics or Trap Drive, to add even more effects, or whatever effects you have built into your DAW. Distortion is great on 808, a touch of saturation, things like that, works great. We're just going to play a couple of these, Panther Sub. It's insane. Silent Roar. Boom Slang. Yeah. Simeon. So this is basically, you just have a bunch of presets. You can go in, you can adjust the ADSR, the glide, the volume. Shout out to Apeshyt 808. So last but not least, I'm going to talk about Alchemy again, but not the presets. I'm going to talk about how you can go in and drag in your own. And basically what I have set up here is 808. I have an 808 sort of thing that tells me what to do. But basically what you do is you drag in your sound, you copy it to sampler, and then you can adjust the guide. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's say I have this, oh gosh, 808. Will it play? Let's see if I can play how it sounds. Okay. Curtis King. So let's say I have this. Stop that. So you hear how that sounds. Let's say we have this Curtis King 808. So I'm going to drag it over here. You have these different layers, A, B, C, D. You just want to drag it to one of them. I'm going to drag it to A, and you want to drag it to sampler, and you have that 808. So you already have the 808 mapped out on your keyboard, but what you can do is adjust the glide as needed. And let's say you want it to play out longer, so adjust the release or decay. And you can just customize all those different settings, but that's usually how I do it. If I'm bringing in the 808, you can also, I'm going to show you one other method. Let's say I'm going to take that same 808, I can drag it into Quick Sampler, and I can also have it triggered as a one shot. Or let's do classic. If you do one shot, so a couple things here. You want to make sure your polyphony is set to mono, because with 808, you're typically only playing one note at a time, and you don't want it to layer like it just did and have crazy stuff going on. So I can play something like this. So the two options I would say here when you drag it in here with an 808 is you can play one shot where it'll keep playing the same note over and over again. Make sure your polyphony is on mono and not like 16 or any of those other options. So let's play it like that. But because it's set to one shot, it's going to always play the sample out in full, which you might not always want. So you can also do classic. And with classic, what you can do is if I hit the note, as soon as I let go, it stops playing. So however long I want it to stay, I'll just hold the note that long. So you can really customize things that way. You have so many options. And again, there's a lot of other 808 plugins. These are the main ones I use. I have these 808s in my template, or I might just drag an 808 into Alchemy or into the sampler, quick sampler here. There's a bunch of other ways to go about it. This is just some of them. There's a bunch of other YouTube videos you can check out to find out other ways where specifically in Logic or whatever DAW you're using, how you can bring in already made 808s and still customize them and build out like stretch the 808 across your keyboard and things like that using samplers in your DAW. This is 808 day. Happy 808 day. I don't think I've ever done a video like this on 808s, but I have thousands of 808s just in this plugin. In this drive, I have 1,832, I think that is. On my main drive, I probably have about 10,000 808s. So again, I'm probably not going to be looking for 808s anytime soon. And there's also a great plugin on iOS that I need to actually do a video for where you can build your own 808s. But happy 808 day. Find your 808s, use your 808s, be safe and be well, everyone. Before I get out of here, go to defingaz.com/free plugins, defingaz.com/free plugins. Check out my free plugins gear guide. All right, peace.